What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live 6v6 Edition. Today is episode, let's see, what is this episode? Episode number 10, and coming in today we are sitting at a record of 7-2. We are coming off a win in the last episode, and then before that we had 2 losses in a row, so we're trying to get onto a winning streak with a victory. Today we're bringing an all-new team, which we will be using for the next 3 episodes, as per your guys' suggestion. Before we get into the team, before we do that, just would like to remind you that if you haven't done so already, make sure that if you would like to show some support to the series and the channel, and I hope you guys do, make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button right below this video. Make sure you're leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. Also, if you dislike the video, click that dislike button. Don't be shy about it. Just go into the comment section below and tell me why you dislike the video, and that's the only way that I can make sure that I can try to change those things for you in the future. That way everyone is having a good time, or at least the majority of you. That's the important thing. So what are we bringing today? We've got the physically defensive Salamence. Nadia is her name. Of course, nicknames won't show up because it's Battle Spot, but it's packing the Dragon Tail, Roost, Wish, and Defog. It's a really weird moveset, but it actually works out quite well. And then we have Arcanine, Frank, the specially defensive Arcanine. So we got double Intimidate, which is going to work out well for us, I hope. Just a fairly standard set. It's got Flare Blitz, E-Speed, Morning Sun, and Will-O-Wisp. We've got our Hazard Setter, or Spike Setter rather, in Excelgor, which actually has some HP investment, so it can survive a hit, despite not being able to carry a Focus Sash because it's an itemless meta. Then we have our tankish Swampert with Earthquake, Ice Punch, Waterfall, and Stealth Rocks, max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, I believe. And then, even though Aegislash was just recently banned by Smogon's metagame, this is not Smogon, and I figured, you know what, I should probably use it one more time and get it out of my system before it's, you know, it's in Ubers, and I'm just not going to use it anymore because that's the rule set I play by. I don't really agree with the ban, but just have to deal with it. Just have to suck it up and deal with it. And then we have our Porygon Z, which is our special sweeper. It's got the Nasty Plot, Tri-Attack, Dark Pulse, and I think I'm also packing the Recover on it as well. So it's a little bit of a kooky moveset. I know quite a bit of the things that I'm bringing have really kooky movesets, but that's just what I do. That is just what I do. So with that being said, let's search for a battle. Try to get to 8-2. It says 7-3 on my record there, but that was from a while ago. The first battle I did was not recorded, and I ended up losing that one. But it's not included in our actual record. So, can we find a battle? Can we find a battle spot? Come on, PGL. They're going to be under maintenance tomorrow, so I really need to like get some things recorded. So it would be helpful if we could find a battle. Pretty excited to use this team. Pretty excited. I know one of the big weaknesses on this team is the fact that I don't have any way of getting momentum, really. I don't have a U-turn or Volt Switch user. And we've got Kooky here from California. He's got Fortress, Exploud, Whimsicott, Donphan, Scizor, and Tyranitar. So some huge physical threats. And then the Exploud is going to be a big threat on the special side as well. But I don't really have much for it. The Exploud I'm talking about. Aegislash doesn't really wall it thanks to Scrappy, and we don't have a fighting type, so I don't know how that's going to work. We do see a couple of Rapid Spin users, so getting up hazards first thing is not a necessity, at least until we get rid of at least one of them. I would like to have the Sturdy on the Donphan removed as soon as possible also, so we can potentially one-shot it with Porygon Z later on. These are just things that are going through my head right now. I'm thinking I want to start off with Arcanine and start spreading some burns around because I don't see any kind of Cleric, really. I don't think Whimsicott has Cleric capabilities unless it can get Aromatherapy or Heal Bell. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Or if it does, it's not a common thing. So I think we want to lead off with the Arcanine, start spreading some status around, and get an Intimidate off on something. And if my opponent's looking at my team, he's probably thinking, oh, there's no way to get rid of hazards, but we're actually packing the Defog on the Salamence. And the Salamence set is really, really wacky with Wish and Roost and Defog. but it works out surprisingly well. Salamence is pretty darn bulky when you give it some investment, and you can pass wishes, or you can get immediate recovery with Roost. I found that that combination surprisingly does work. So we'll see if it actually works here, or if I'm just going to look like a fool. But Arcanine is starting things off. Hello, Frank, you beautiful creature, against Fortress. He's going to try to get hazards up, but that's really not going to work. Not going to work. I really think he's going to switch out here. No reason. I mean, he has the Sturdy. There's absolutely no reason to stay in on an Arcanine. So, we're going to go for the Willow, predicting a switch into T-Tar. He's going to stay in. You're staying in to get up rocks? Are you serious? You were just going to let your Fortress go down just to get up rocks? That's all you care about? You're going to sacrifice him? Really? Okay. Okay. Well, if that is the case, I mean, I kind of want to just go for Willow again, still predicting him to switch. Because if he wants to go for Volt Switch, he's slower. Arcanine will just take him out. I just don't understand that play. I feel like that was really just a bad play on my opponent's part. I really felt like that T-Tar was coming in. I mean, if we go for a Flare Blitz now, I guess we can do that. The only other thing I can think of that he might be going for is a Spikes. That's possible. I want to go for the double Willow, predicting a switch now. No, he's staying in. Why are you staying in on an Arcanine to go for the Toxic Spike? Are you serious? Are we serious right now? You're just getting all kinds of burn damage. I don't understand the way this guy's playing his Fortress. He's just sacrificing it for no reason. Alright, if you want to play that game, I mean, we can just Flare Blitz you. He's going to stay in again. This Fortress is going down. That was the worst possible way you could ever play your Fortress. Because we can just come in with Salamence now and defog. I know that that is not a common thing. And if anything, he's probably looked at my team and said, oh, you know what? He has no way to Rapid Spin, no way to defog. Because no one runs defensive Salamence or utility Salamence with defog. But still, regardless of that, why would you leave your Fortress out on that? I don't know. That just boggles my mind. The Donphan is coming out now. So we might be able to get rid of both of his hazard setters. We need Willow to hit. Come on, Willow. Come on, Willow. Yes, it connects, so EQ's not going to be doing nearly as much as he needs it to. He already has Rock set up, so he's going to go for the Poison Jab. I don't know what you were predicting there. Oh, but he gets the Poison. Of course he does. Of course he does. So one of our walls are poisoned now. That's just fantastic. At least it's not toxic. So that is good. We can manage that a little bit better. I think I would like to Morning Sun here and then switch out into Salamence to defog. And this thing's Sturdy is broken, so this is just actually working out for us kind of well. Because then we can come in with Excelgor and start setting up some spikes, or we can come in with Swampert and set up the Stealth Rocks, and it'll just be a good situation. There's the EQ, and oh, that does a little bit more than I wanted it to, because we did not get an Intimidate off, so we actually lost HP out of that, quite a bit actually. So that probably wasn't the best play on my part. That was probably not the best play. Not the best play. I am specially defensive after all. I'm guessing he's going to go for another EQ. But we're going into the Salamence because getting rid of all these hazards is a must. Absolute must. I know he can carry the... Oh, he can carry the Ice Shard. I don't know that that'll kill at minus... Alright, he's burned. No, it's not going to kill. It's not going to kill. Beautiful Nadia is here, shiny and all. Going to get the Intimidate off, so he's at like -3. He goes for the Ice Shard, predicting the Salamence. Not even bad. That doesn't do much at all. But I cannot... I can't get down on that play. I can't. 2 more Ice Shards is not going to be enough, so we're going to defog, and then we shall Roost up, and it'll be a nice time. We can rack up some burn damage, and then Dragon Tail him out, maybe. I don't know, or we can just pass a Wish into something. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. He may try to switch. No, he's going to stay in. If he has the rocks on the Donphan, he may just go for it the next turn with the way this guy's been playing. So there goes all of those things, and he has the Toxic. Okay, Toxic, Ice Shard, EQ. Maybe he doesn't have the Rapid Spin? I don't really know what's going on, but both of our walls are poisoned now, which is really, really unfortunate. Really unfortunate indeed. Let's see here. Can I afford to roost up here? I don't know if I can. So if anything, I kind of want to go into... I mean, I kind of want to save my Arcanine's health a little bit, so I don't know that going into him is the best idea. We can go into Porygon Z, maybe instead of a Nasty Plot. The only thing I'm afraid of with that is I don't want to get Toxic. We can go into Aegislash and start setting up Swords Dances all over the place. Or we can go into Swampert because we do outspeed and we can get up our own rocks on this thing for sure. For sure, but we can get Toxic, so you know what? No. We're not setting up anything until his Donphan is gone, because if he does manage to switch it out and come back in and he does carry the Rapid Spin, we haven't seen his whole movesets. I don't want him just getting rid of all of my stuff. Go for Toxic. He goes for the Ice Shard. Okay. That is fine, because that does 3 HP. 3. Okay, well you can't Toxic me. EQ's not going to do anything. So I have no reason at this point to just not go for a Swords Dance. No reason. He is going to EQ. He outspeeds because I'm running a minus speed nature. And that does a little bit more than I thought it was going to, honestly. A little bit more than I thought it was going to. But that's still fine. We can probably get up another Swords Dance. I'm guessing. Because we'll still be at about 50% of our HP. And we can hit something hard. I mean, at this point, usually when I have Aegislash or Porygon Z in, I would like to have Hazards up so that we can bring things into KO range, but we did not have that luxury this time. I'm just going to go for another Swords Dance. He's staying in with this Donphan. He's going to go for the EQ again. And that is going to put us at about 45% of our remaining HP. We could actually set up another Swords Dance if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to. I think I just want to go for a Shadow Sneak here. Trying to think. Fortress would be something that could take hits from Aegislash. But, yeah, actually, you know what? Mixed is actually the better set for Aegislash, but I decided I needed something physical, so this was my physical Aegislash, so that's what I'm bringing. But the Mixed is definitely better because you can afford to get burned, and that is a big deal because Will-O-Wisps are going all over the place, especially in OU and Ubers and that kind of thing. Everybody has Will-O-Wisp, so getting burned on Aegislash is not that big of a deal if you're packing the Shadow Ball or the Flash Cannon. And Ghost is such a good typing this generation that Shadow Ball just wrecks everything. Really, really does. Shiny Aegislash is beautiful. Look at those colors. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of sad that it's in Ubers now. A little bit upset about that. I don't think we can one-shot you. I wish I had a Steel-type move. I'm guessing he's just predicting me to not have a Steel-type move. I don't know why he's playing the way he is. I really don't. We should be able to deal a decent amount of damage. I'm not really afraid of any attacks he has. I resist his stabs. So what is he going to do? Set up a Leech Seed? Or try to sub on me? I don't really know. We're going to go for the Shadow Sneak. He out-prioritizes... Oh, never mind. He's going to out-prioritize with Prankster, even though I'm going for Shadow Sneak, but he went for Protect, so that out-prioritizes everything anyway. Don't understand what the point of that was. Especially if he was predicting like a King's Shield or something, but I'm just going to go for Shadow Sneak. I see no reason not to. He's going to go for the sub. All you're doing is putting yourself into a range where I can take you out with the Shadow Sneak. So I don't know why you're doing that. I'm not going to let you get a free sub up. You don't carry lefties, because there's no items, and we did get a crit on that sub, not that it mattered at all. Go for the Shadow Sneak again. And he's going to go for the Leech Seed this time around, so he's definitely a sub-seeding set, because we've seen sub, protect, Leech Seed, kind of a nasty set to be running, but I run similar sets, not sub and protect. Well, do I? Yeah, I think my Executor actually has sub and protect, so I mean, it's kind of a cheeky set to be running, but I do it so I can't knock it. I can't knock it. But Shadow Sneak does take out this Whimsicott. We are seeded, but it doesn't matter. He's going to go into his Scizor now. And he could Swords Dance. I really want a King's Shield. Predicting a Swords Dance. But I'm just going to Shadow Sneak. I mean, I'm really not afraid of this thing at all. I'm really not, and I don't have much of a purpose for Aegislash, so we're up 6-3. I don't see that switching around is going to do us a whole lot of good. So I'm just going to go for the Shadow Sneak here, and he's going to go for the Bullet Punch while we're in Blade form. That is going to be enough to take us out despite the resistance because of a crit. I don't know if that mattered or not. I'm not positive, but I feel like it didn't matter. I really feel like it didn't matter. Now, we have options here. We can go into Arcanine. We can go into Salamence. I kind of want to go into Arcanine because we'll get the Intimidate off and we resist the Stab. And we can Willow him or Flare Blitz him depending on what he wants to do. I'm not sure what the better play would be. He still has that T-Tar, so having Arcanine around for that would be great. Which is why I kind of want to Morning Sun here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get back up to close to full health. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch to try to take us out. But at -1, that is not happening because we resist that and Arcanine is a beast. He's an absolute beast. I love Frank. Frank is amazing. We're going to get hurt by the poison here. And this is where lefties would really come in handy. It's unfortunate that we're not carrying that. I really want to Willow, but I feel like he's just going to leave his Scizor in to die. Because that's the way he played his Fortress, and he's really not switching at all. He's just leaving things in to die, even though, like, Fortress is 4 times weak to Arcanine. So is Scizor. Granted, I know he was trying to revenge kill me there, or I guess it wasn't really a revenge kill, but he was trying to pick me off. Even though he was at -1, that probably wasn't the best idea, but I understand the thought process there. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm going for the Flare Blitz. I'm thinking he's going to stay in. Yep, he's going to stay in. We outspeed. He's going for probably Swords Dance. I don't really know, but that Scizor is dead. Frank putting in the work here. Picking up a couple of kills. And I'm really thinking we're going to win this match. Because we're up, what is it? 5-2? And he's got the T-Tar and something else left. And that last Pokemon is escaping me at the moment. Not sure what it is. We're going to find out. If he goes into the T-Tar now, I'm just going to Willow him. So I don't think that would be the better play. Oh, the X-Bloud. That's right. The X-Bloud. Yes, the X-Bloud. I don't know that we can take a hit from this, even if we get a Morning Sun off. So I think the better play is to just go for a Flare Blitz. To just deal as much damage as we possibly can, because we do outspeed. X-Bloud is slow as balls, as I always say. And he's going to take a decent amount from that. Yeah, over 50%, or right around 50%, but we get the 10% burn chance activation thingamajiggy, which is a bit unfortunate for my opponent. Thankfully, for both of us, it doesn't really matter. He gets a little bit more of residual damage going, but X-Bloud is obviously a special attacker, so that doesn't mean much. Doesn't mean much at all. At this point, we can go into Excelgor to pick him off. I mean, or we could go into... Oh, I'm not carrying the Hidden Power Fighting. I've got the Dark Pulse and Tri-Attack, so T-Tar just walls the crap out of my Porygon Z. I could forego the Recover for the Hidden Power Fighting, but or not... Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk, but the Recover does come in handy, so... that's just what I chose. I'm going to go into the Excelgor, Brian, because he's Ninja Brian, that's why. So in comes Excelgor, and we can go for the Bug Buzz. That should be enough to take him out. Should be. And then we have the Focus Blast for the T-Tar, but I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to go for the final Gambit instead. Oh my goodness, he survived! Holy crap, Ola. That stinks big time, because I was going to deal a crap ton of damage to the T-Tar with final Gambit, and now I'm not. So Focus Blast is now our better play. Wow. Wow. Brian, I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not packing enough of a punch, but I do have HP investment instead of special attack investment, so I can't get that upset. I mean, I can, but it would be misguided. He's not Mega, obviously, because there's no items. Just throwing that out there so that in future recordings, hopefully, eventually, it will get ingrained into my brain that nothing can be Mega. Because there are no items. Keep reminding myself of that. Let's go for the Focus Blast because that's our only play at this point. Hopefully it connects, and it does. It's not going to kill because Sand is up, and it's a T-Tar. But it deals a crap ton of damage. We see the Pursuit, which actually was not that bad of a play, considering, I mean, maybe I wanted to switch out the Excelgor. I don't really know. Because of a bad type matchup, maybe? I'm not really sure what the thought process was there, but we can go into Swampert because he cannot one-shot us, and we can finish him off with an EQ, which is our most powerful move. Just in case, I don't know, this is like physically defensive Tyranitar. I don't know. I don't really know at all. He goes for the EQ as he outspeeds us, so I'm guessing he has a speed investment? I don't really know. But we're going to get an EQ off, and Swampert's going to take out this T-Tar, which is great. So it's going to be a 3-0 in our favor, and I think that could have been a lot closer if he played some of his Pokemon a little bit differently, but I'm not going to knock his playstyle at all. That's how he wanted to play his Pokemon, so so be it. I play my Pokemon kind of weird sometimes too, so I totally understand from that standpoint. But that being said, that brings our record to 8-2. We now have a 2-game winning streak going after a 2-game losing streak a couple of episodes ago. We're going to be bringing the same team next time around and for the episode after that. So hopefully, maybe we can get on a 3-game winning streak. I feel like that's a little bit too much to ask. Maybe. I don't really know, but I mean, what do we have, like 6 wins in a row to start off the series? So we really didn't fall that far. We didn't fall into a big slump at all. We had 2 losses in a row, and we came right back and got 2 wins right after that. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with where our record is. Pretty happy with how this team performed. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, if you haven't done so, make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button below this video. Make sure you're leaving a comment. All that good stuff. It does help out a lot. It really, really does, and I do appreciate it. And I will see you all for the next episode. But until then, game on.